from worst to best. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess bosses. Twilight engulfs Hyrule, and Link finds himself teaming with an unlikely companion Midna on a giant quest filled with darkness and monsters. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is an excellent Zelda adventure, so be sure to check out my Games We Love video on it. I recently sat down and replayed it with the intention of recording as much footage as possible, and after much research, I am going to take a look at the main bosses in Twilight Princess and rank them in this episode of From Worst to Best. And in case this is your first From Worst to Best video, here's how the bosses are ranked. Number 1, the battle itself, how it plays, and its strategies. Number 2, how does the battle affect the main character at the time of the fight? Number 3, the lore behind the boss. And number 4, the boss's design and setting. Now remember, my name and pronunciations may be different than how you say them. Let's go ahead and get started with the boss battle that was ranked the lowest. After Midna encourages Link to dive down to the depths of a huge circular subterranean temple arena, he dons on his iron boots and lands with a heavy thud. A strange tendril flaps from a hole in the ground. Others soon snake out, followed by a gigantic roaring mouth. Behold, the Twilight Aquatic, Morpheel. Morpheel is the boss hidden in the depths of the Lakebed Temple. Its name Morph means form, and it also is a homage to Morpha, a similar boss in Ocarina of Time, and Eel refers to its appearance. The beginning strategy of this battle is to claw shot the monster's eye and slash. When getting to the second phase, the giant beast emerges and begins to swim around Link. While this battle is cinematic, has a great monster design, and has an amazing setting, Morpheel really doesn't do anything to attack while it swims around, and Link actually needs to go out of his way to attack the creature's eye. If there were more exciting features in this battle, he would have been ranked much higher, especially because the music when you slash his eye is so amazing. Not much is known about Morpheel, however it is implied to have been some sort of sea creature mutated by a piece of the fused shadow. Being Link's third major boss, it really should have been more threatening. Link enters a large round chamber with a shallow pool of filthy purple water. Link notices 3 boblings poking out of hollow logs as the water begins to bubble. Suddenly, 2 gigantic Baba heads roar out of the water, snapping and snarling as Link comes face to face with Twilight parasite Diababa. Diababa is the boss lurking in the Forest Temple. Its English name is formed from the prefix di, or dia, meaning 2. This could be referring to its appearance as a 2-headed Dekubaba. It could also come from the Greek word for devil, diabolos. This monstrous menace attacks with 2 vicious Baba heads. As Link's first major enemy, he needs to quickly figure out that the only way to harm this creature is to use the Gale Boomerang to bring bomblinks to the monster's heads. Diababa's larger head will eventually appear, and with some help from a grateful monkey ally, Link can repeat the bombing process, hitting the creature's eye with a bomb and ending it with a devastating blow. The setting isn't the most exciting, and the boss is more tedious than it's worth. Unfortunately, timing the monkey's swing to prevent the bombs from blowing up on the bridge can be quite annoying. But the reason it was ahead of Morpheel is because this monster actually tries to kill Link. As Link prepares himself for battle, the evil king transforms himself into a hideous monster. Link now comes face to face with Dark Beast Ganon. The Beast Ganon battle in Twilight Princess is one of monstrous proportions. It's another giant monster for Link to face off against, and his first chance to tango with the King of Evil himself. Link can face this beast in a few different ways, launching an arrow at the shining gem on his forehead, using the ball and chain, and then eventually only battling beast versus beast in wolf form. Ganon's design is reminiscent of his older beastly forms from the early Zelda games. Link needs to outwit the monster and attack its glowing wound. The music helps set the mood of the setting, with a psychedelic remix of previous Ganondorf battle themes. Unfortunately, ranking-wise, it is the weakest of the Ganondorf battles. Link wanders into an imposing corridor with giant hammer-wielding statues in each corner. Link begins to hear sounds of movement from above. As he looks up, he locks gazes with Twilight arachnid, Armogohma. To put it simply, Armogohma is a giant spider mixed with Cyclops, with a deadly laser beam eye. The setting of this battle is great, as the darkness really isolates Link from the world. Shooting the creature with an arrow to the eye will knock it to the floor, allowing Link to take advantage of his surroundings and use the Dominion Rod to make the giant statue squash Armogohma like a bug. Its actual form is the eye as a creepy little spider, but it is weak enough for Link to finish easily. Being the 6th dungeon, Link is pretty experienced at this point. After coming so close to reaching their goal, Link and Midna stand bewildered and hesitant as they have to face Ganon's puppet Zelda. Ganondorf possesses the princess. Link and Midna must face an internal conflict by fighting against the person they've been trying to save for most of the game. When it comes to battle strategies, this may be the easiest in the entire game. Link needs to win a dead man's volley 3 times to save Zelda, while using the Hero Shade's skills to dodge all of the energy blasts and sword stabs. What places this battle higher than some of the others is the fact that there's hesitation in fighting someone that you care for. The brilliant score alludes to the previous Zelda themes and amplifies the settings and feelings as a player gets from this boss fight. Besides, it's a sexy evil Zelda. Minus the Ganon voice, of course. The kind-hearted Yetta walks toward the mirror shard to give to Link, but the power of the mirror emits an evil, possessing Yetta and transforming her into the icy Twilight Ice Mask, Blizzetta. With a twist right out of A Link to the Past, Blizzetta is a boss that gives a look at how truly evil and powerful the mirror shards could be. The icy setting in this battle, and the fact the monster is a possessed ally, helps amplify the conflicts taking place. The battle is a chance for Link to use his new ball and chain weapon, and a great way to gain experience utilizing his surroundings. He has to use the reflection of the ice on the floor to follow Blizzetta's movements, dodge, and take her out. Link enters a serene, green, circular chamber and hears ominous breathing. Restrained by 2 gigantic chains, a monstrous shadow's forehead begins to glow with overwhelming fiery rage and intensity. Link must now face Twilight Ignited, Fyrus. Fyrus is the corrupted Goron hero Darbus, who originally went into the mines to investigate and solve the problems of what was going on. His rage is as heated as the flames igniting off of him. Link needs to shoot an arrow at the glowing gem on Fyrus' forehead, throw on the iron boots for weight, and yank the chains around his legs to make him fall. Once vulnerable, Link must slash at the gem and try to break the curse. This is one of Link's earlier battles, and a nice chance for experience and learning new skills. Fyrus is essentially designed like a Balrog from Lord of the Rings, and is a mighty foe for Link to conquer. Mounted on Epona, with a light arrow-wielding Zelda at his side, Link rides forward to battle Phantoms and the Dark Rider Ganondorf. While it may be common in many games now, when Twilight Princess first came out, one of the most exciting things for many fans was the possibility to use Link's sword on horseback. This led to some pretty memorable moments in the game, like the King Bublin battles and protecting Telma's carriage. The battle against Ganondorf and his Phantoms is a great opportunity to put Link's horse riding skills to the test. He needs to ride up close enough to Ganondorf to have Zelda shoot a light arrow, making him susceptible to Link's attacks. Emotions run high in this battle, especially after Midna's sacrifice appeared to be in vain. After battling through the twilight, Link finds himself finally face to face with the imposing and manipulative usurper King Zant. Zant was introduced as the new menacing villain of Twilight Princess. His battle is bizarre, taking the conventions of 6 different fighting styles. This is where Link starts to get the impression that Zant may not be the mastermind originally thought. After fighting through 5 phases of battle, similar to Link's previous enemies, Zant goes toe-to-toe with Link using dual scimitars. In order to defeat Zant, Link needs to utilize various tools and skills he has gained throughout his adventure, including the Gale Boomerang, Iron Boots, Claw Shot, Ball and Chain, and his sword skills. Zant's battle is so varied and thorough that he had to be ranked high, especially because the settings and battles change so dramatically. The culmination of all of the happenings in Hyrule and the Twilight Realm come down to a final duel, as Link faces the Dark Lord, Ganondorf. The main event battle of Twilight Princess features a one-on-one duel between Link and Ganondorf, sword to sword. This intense duel shows the importance of the entire journey Link has gone through. This is an Ordon village Link. This is the hero of Twilight battling against the King of Evil. It takes all of the Hero Shade's teachings and skills to take Ganondorf out in a clash of epic proportions. Link enters a circular arena filled with giant bones. As he inches near, Zant appears with the intention of not letting Link leave Arbitr's grounds alive. Zant infuses a shard of Twilight into the colossal skeleton monster, awakening Twilight Fossil, Stallord. Originally the giant skeleton of an ancient beast, Stallord is revived by Zant's dark magic with the sole intention of destroying Link. Arbitr's Grounds was a prison stronghold for the worst criminals in all of Hyrule, and with Stallord being the area's boss, it would be frightening to see this creature in his prime. Link must utilize his spinner in the first phase of the fight, going after the spine of Stallord and taking out the little skeletal hobbits attacking. At first it seems as though that's all there is to this monster. Until the second phase of the battle has Link acting as a Beyblade, flying across pillars and dodging fireballs. This battle is so unique, fun, and one of the only reasons for Link to use his fancy spinner. The best, as Link makes his way onto the Windy Tower, a massive dragon soars to battle. Link comes face to face with one of his most menacing enemies, Twilight Dragon, Argorok. This battle is ranked number 1 for its vast cinematic appeal. The scale and intensity of this fight is incredible. After yanking the dragon down with the Iron Boots and Claw Shot combination, seeing Link scale and shoot around like Spider-Man across pillars and pea-hats is amazing to see, and the fact that Argorok is an armored dragon makes it even more intense. As the final main temple boss, Link needs to use all of his experience and skills to take this creature down. I really enjoyed the subtle build-up during the Sky Temple, where Argorok makes appearances that lead to the inevitable confrontation. In all of the boss battles, the score when striking an enemy is amazing, especially in this one as Link is latching onto Argorok and finishing it off in the sky. The storm that gets progressively worse as the fight goes on is such a cool touch. Link valiantly taking on giant monsters and overcoming them is a huge part of the Zelda series, and this fight is a great example. And that's why it's the best. Thank you all so much for watching this from worst to best video. Be sure to check out all of my other ones, and check out my series Games We Love. It's a great show to watch if you only have about a minute or so of time, so be sure to give some of those a watch, and let me know what other games and videos and bosses that you would like to see in the future. Thank you so much, everybody.